Hey, this will be a video chart on SRSR. Got quite a few people asking about this one today. Had some really crazy action yesterday, but I couldn't do any videos yesterday, so here I am today, and the chart's looking a lot better than what it was, yesterday when the price was all the way down in this area. But want to map things out now and kind of go over what I'm seeing from a technical perspective. I'm not real sure. I believe this is a mining company if I remember correctly, but I haven't really followed anything of it recently. I can't remember the last time I did a video on it. I do know I've done charts on it before, but what we had going on was a descending triangle, so I can get this drawn up here. But you can see we had a downtrend line like that, and then we had our support line, which was essentially the bottom right here, where we had all these previous times where the price came down here and bounced off this area, which was essentially right here at 0.027. So descending triangle, hence the term triangle. The lows are getting, the highs are getting lower, hence the term descending triangle. And then what we had yesterday was when the price did break to the downside of the pattern. You can see that quite a bit of selling hit it. But the good news was the bulls were able to push back up, as is represented by this lower wick right here. And then today was more of kind of a healing day, consolidation day, whatever you want to call it. Price didn't drop as low. Essentially a sideways day. It was green on the day, but in terms of the overall chart, just basically going sideways, and volume did drop off. So those are some things that you would want to see after a pretty crazy day like that. So with this being pointed out, this level here was obviously a key area of support during this pattern, and essentially during the past 4 or 5 months. You can see that multiple times the price came down here and bounced off this level, and now since the price is below it, this has become an area of resistance. So I have to change that to red, and this is pretty much priority number one. The sooner the bulls can get back above this level, the sooner they'll be back into this pattern. But until they can get a backup inside, meaning get some closes above the 0.027 area, then it's gonna be technically a pattern breakdown, and pattern breakdowns do over time tend to drift downwards. So that was one question I had: is it's a pattern breakdown, but it's recovered now. Over time, what do these usually do? And over time, meaning not just a couple days or even a couple weeks, if they can't get back up inside their pattern, they do, drift down and keep dropping lower and lower. So hopefully that's not the case here for all the longs in it, but that's why it's very important that the price does try to get back above this 0.027 area. Now, as for supports, essentially the new supports are where the lows have been put in the past couple days. Today's low showed that there is quite a people bidding right here at 0.024, willing to pick up shares. So this is going to be an area of support. And then also just simply the low of yesterday, which was at 0.021, that's going to be another area of support down here. Now, something interesting that I found, I have to go to the weekly chart for this, but on the weekly chart, once again, you can see this descending triangle, but the price is basically sitting right here at the 200-week simple moving average, which is this orange line right here. Yes, it's technically a little bit below it, but I wouldn't count that as a break, because supports, resistances, they're all zones. They're not specific exact prices. They're just areas. So that's still close enough for me to consider this as acting as a support. So hopefully this 200-week holds, but kind of going back to the point, this is also another reason why if it can't get back above that 0.027, then it will technically be a 200-week breakdown on the weekly chart, which is never really a good thing. So hopefully this 200-week moving average can hold right here. But I did notice that, and this should be hopefully a pretty solid area of support. And for the risk versus reward people, this might be a good little bottom feeding play, because if you get a nice bounce back up here, compared to if you set your stop losses pretty low, your risk versus reward could be pretty favorable. But for the people playing this from more of an overall standpoint, you are going to want to keep your eye on this 200-week moving average and make sure that it can hold as support, because looking back, it's been many months where the 200-day has pretty much acted as a good little area of support. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I would encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from penny stocks up to big boards. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. It is all free. We've been making some good money together on our alerts, so I'd encourage you to head to the website, sign up, and see what it's all about. One more time, this is SRSR. Thanks for listening.